Hello students, today we are discussing Kepler's law. So first law, important question, okay, long answer question. This is long answer question, okay. Now what is Kepler's law? Let's see. Okay, now see, sun, earth is revolving around the sun. Say this is earth, okay, and this is sun. So it is moving in elliptical path. Okay, we have to show this. It is elliptical path. Okay, now let's say this body sun has mass capital N, this have mass small n. Okay, the force between these two is given by, so force between the two masses is nothing but is proportional to product of their masses, mass of the sun into mass of the earth. Okay, and suppose there is separated by a distance r. Okay, so it is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. So it is proportional to 1 by r square. Okay, so we can write proportional to capital N small m by r square. Okay, if I remove the proportionality constant, it will be F is equal to G capital M small m by r square. Okay, this is the formula. Okay, force formula. Now if you see this one, what is Newton's second law? Okay, if I compare this one, F is equal to ma. Okay, now the force is towards the sun, that's why it is making a rotation. Earth is making a rotation around the sun. Okay, now if I compare this one, m is the mass of the earth and a acceleration will get here, this part. Okay, so G small m by r square. Okay, so I'll write this one as mu for convenient. Okay, mu is equal to G small m. Okay, put it as it is. So the force between the two bodies is given by this one. Okay, finally we compare this one, we'll get the acceleration. Now for Kepler's first law, we need to remember some formulas which are very much important. Okay, so now we discuss this here. We are discussing this one in polar coordinates. So we are discussing this one in polar coordinates. Okay, so it will be like r and theta. Okay, polar coordinates r and theta we are discussing. Now for this one we have radial acceleration. Okay, the first one, in this one what we got the force is equal to between the sun and the earth is G capital M small m by r square. Okay, now I write whatever the acceleration is there, acceleration is minus of this one. Why I am writing -1? This minus represent force between these two, and earth is revolving around this one because it is attractive force, that's why it is minus. Towards sun is there, that's why it is like this, it will move. Okay, the direction. Now what we do here, see, so radial acceleration, we talk here two acceleration will be there, radial acceleration and transverse acceleration. Radial acceleration. Okay, now radial acceleration is equal to, okay, it is given by d square r by d theta square minus r d theta by dt whole square. Okay, this is the radial acceleration. Radial acceleration for this one is nothing but this one. Okay, now but we are writing in terms of like this. Okay, so radial acceleration I am writing as minus mu by r square is equal to d square r by d theta square minus r into d theta by dt whole square. What is this? Radial acceleration. This minus sign represents the earth is moving around the sun due to attractive forces, okay, towards the sun. That's why minus. Mu is already given. Mu is nothing but capital G into capital M, gravitational force and mass of the sun. Okay, r square is as it is. Okay, in this one if I write here, so this radial acceleration will become mu by r square. Okay, mu by r square is already there. Minus sign represents the force of attraction for the sun, for the earth towards the sun. Okay, that's how it is revolving around that one. Now this is equation number 1. Okay, so this is equation number 1. Now we go for equation number 2. Now transverse acceleration will be 0 here. Transverse acceleration is equal to 0. Okay, now transverse acceleration, how we write? Let's see. 1 by r d by dt of r square d theta by dt. This is equal to 0. This is, okay, equation number 2. Here this is nothing but transverse acceleration. Okay, transverse acceleration I am writing like this. So this is the one you have to remember. Okay, radial acceleration is given by this one, transverse acceleration is given by this one. Okay, now polar equation is central force. So I want equation. Polar equation in central force. So it will be given by like this. See carefully. It is d square u by d theta square theta plus u is equal to p by h square u square. So now u, what is u? In this one, say this equation as 3. So first equation is for radial acceleration given by that one. You have to remember this one. Say this one also. How this came? Now in this one, see, we know everything. R is a radial distance. Okay. Theta is a polar angle is there. That's why theta is there. Now p is the time. Now this is u is nothing but, you have to remember this one. Huh? U is nothing but inverse of r. Okay. For simplicity, we are writing like this. Okay. And in this one, suppose what is this? And this is a constant, so I am taking this as h. So what this equation will become? This equation will become like this: 1 by r d by dt of h is equal to 0. So this is nothing but, h is nothing but constant. H is constant, so we will add up this one. So here h value is nothing but r square d theta by dt. U is nothing but 1 by r. So I will write h also. H is equal to r square d theta by dt. Okay. Now P is there. P is central force. Central force P is there. So P is equal to whatever the force is there divided by small m. If I substitute the value, what will get? Capital G, capital M, small m by r square, small m. Small m gone. So this is nothing but, this is mu by r square. Be careful here. Mu is nothing but capital G, capital M. Okay. Now what is U? Nothing but r. So if I square on both sides, u square is equal to 1 by r square. 1 by r square. So mu as it is, 1 by r square is nothing but u square. Be careful here. This is mu, this is u square. Okay. Now I am substituting this one in this one. This equation number 3. What I'll get? D square u by d theta square plus u is equal to mu u by u square by h square u square. So see, this one u square gone. So what we are left with? We are left with d square u by d theta square. Okay. Now I'll take this one this side. plus u minus mu by h square is equal to 0. So after this, one crucial step is there. Okay, very much important step. I'm writing here. After this, one crucial step is there. Okay, so see, d square u by d theta square. I'm writing this u as like this. Very important step. This is very much important step. You have to remember. Okay, important step. This is for simplicity. We are making like this. So this u is there. No, I'm not writing like this. I'm writing here u of something. I'm writing minus mu by h square into is plus u minus mu by h square. ఇది ఎట్లా వచ్చింది సార్? కొంచెం విచిత్రంగా ఉంది, చాలా విచిత్రంగా ఉంది సార్. చూడండి, ఏదో ఈక్వేషన్ ఉంది కదా, సింప్లిసిటీ కోసం మనం ఇది సొల్యూషన్ చేయలేకపోతాం కాబట్టి ఇది చూడండి, ఇది వదిలేయండి. Now if you are differentiating this one, now here this is constant. What is mu? Capital G constant, m constant, mass is constant. Now h, already we said that this is constant. Okay, this is constant. I have written here also. Okay, this is constant. So this is constant. Derivative will happen with respect to u only. Why u? U is nothing but 1 by r. R is changing. Okay, now so it will be, I consider this one as x. This is also x. Now the equation will become, అర్థమైంది కదా ది స్టెప్. ఇది ఏదో ఉంది కదా, ఈ సొల్యూషన్ కాదు కాబట్టి ఇట్లా రాస్తున్నాను నేను. If you differentiate that one, it will come like this, d square u by dt square. Okay, minus of, if you are differentiating with this one, this is constant, this will become 0. So we get this one. Okay, and constant is as it is. I can write with that one. Okay, now x is there, so it will become like this, d square, write with black. Okay, d square by d theta square x plus x is equal to 0. Okay, now this is a differential equation. It has solution for above equation is, so x, now x is equal to a cos theta minus theta naught, where a and theta naught are constant. Okay, a and theta naught are constant. Okay, this is the one we have taken. See, some explanation is more there. I want you to take notes from here. Okay na, ఇది రబ్ చేసి మరి ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్ చేస్తా. ఓకే, అదర్వైజ్ ఐ విల్ రబ్ దిస్ వన్, ఐ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ హియర్. ఓకే, మనకి చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్ గా ఉండాలి కదా. సో దిస్ ఆర్ ద ఫార్ములాస్ యూ హావ్ టు రిమెంబర్. ఓకే, దిస్ ఇస్ ద డయాగ్రామ్. ఓకే, సో ఫార్ములాస్ దిస్ వన్, ఫార్ములా గుర్తుంటే మనకి అర్థమైపోతుంది, లేకపోతే అర్థం కాదు. సో వెన్ ఎవర్ యూఆర్ రైటింగ్ ఇన్ long answer like this, okay, at the side you write down, so that you have to remember this one, what is there, everything you can say what is here. Okay, theta, t, whatever is there, you know everything. Okay, already given. So take this one. So I am rubbing this one. So from here I am writing this one here. అర్థం తీసుకోవాలండి. Okay, so now after this one, if I substitute, what is the x value? X value మనకి ఇది వాల్యూ, ఇది మనం సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేద్దాం. ఓకేనా, so what we have, x is nothing but this one, u minus u by h square is equal to a cos theta minus theta naught. A and theta naught are constant. Now I am setting that one. So u is equal to mu by h square plus a cos theta minus theta naught. Okay, then this step I'll write like this. See, be careful what I am doing here. From here to here I am taking this as common. Okay, then it will become 1 plus something a cos theta naught by this one, mu by h square by coming. So I am reversing that one. So I can write like this. Okay, so this is correct. Now u is equal to mu. So what I am doing, I am taking this in the numerator, denominator I am taking. So I will write like this, u is equal to this whole 1 plus h square by u a cos theta minus theta naught. Okay, by mu by h square. Okay, so this one I'll write here. Let's see what is the important last step what we have in this box. Okay, కొంచెం కంజెస్టెడ్ గా బోర్డులో రావాలంటే కష్టం అవుతుంది. స్టిల్ ఐఎమ్ ట్రైంగ్. ఓకేనా, అర్థం చేసుకోండి. ఇది అయిపోయిన తర్వాత దెన్ దిస్ వన్, దెన్ కమింగ్ బ్యాక్ టు దిస్ వన్, దెన్ యూ అంటే ఇప్పుడు సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేసేయండి 1/r. ఓకే, ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు ఐఎమ్ రైటింగ్ లైక్ దిస్ 1 ప్లస్ eccentricity. This one you have to remember. So this is nothing but ESSEN, eccentricity. This is very much important. Okay, so depending upon that one we'll say whether it is elliptical or not. Okay, now it will be cos of theta minus theta naught by L. Okay, this is the main thing we have to remember. Now in this one, E is nothing but a h square by mu. Okay, this is the thing. Now L is equal nothing but mu by h square. Okay, this one is the thing. So sorry, ఇప్పుడు ఇది రన్ చేయాలి, కొంచెం ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్ పార్ట్ ఉంది ఇక్కడ, నేను చెప్తా సరేనా. ఇక్కడే రాసిస్తే అయిపోతుంది. సెకండ్ ఈక్వేషన్ వరకు రన్ చేస్తాం. ఓకే, మళ్ళీ రాసేస్తా పర్లేదు. So these are the formulas. Now this one, see, ఎట్లా రాస్తున్నా అంటే this one I'm writing like this, 1 by r is equal to 1 plus by L. This is important. Now what is here, this one, this is nothing but a h square by mu. Okay, and L is equal to mu by h square. Now it is like this, E is less than 1, E is greater than, E is equal to 1, E is greater than 1. Okay, and it can be written as very much important. See, after some explanation is required, eccentricity value if you want to find out, kinetic energy plus potential energy will write. So normally we'll write like this, E is equal to, okay, so 1 plus 2 E h square by u square m. Okay, whole power of 1 by 2. Okay, ఇది చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్, అర్థం చేసుకోవాలి. Okay, let me check. Yeah, correct. So eccentricity value depends upon this. Okay, one condition is there. So as well as E, energy less than 0, energy equal to 0, energy greater than 0. So this will say as orbit. So we consider this as an orbit which is moving. If it is the eccentricity is less than 1 and the energy is less than 0, we will say that as it is ellipse. Okay, if it is equal to that one, orbit is parabola. If it is greater than 0, it is hyperbola. Okay, I'll draw the diagram. Okay, okay, if it is like this, then this E less than 1 is less than 0, this one. So this is ellipse. E is equal to 0, E is equal to E. This is eccentricity is equal to 1, energy is equal to 0. Eccentricity is greater than 1, energy is greater than 0. So this is ellipse, parabola, okay, and the hyperbola. If you see this one, the condition this is satisfying. Okay, so here eccentricity for this sun and the earth will be, this will be always greater than, sorry, less than 1. Less than 1, energy will be negative. Energy is negative. How? This earth is moving around this one with some energy. Negative rasam ellipse అయిపోతుంది కాబట్టి, because this is the path. So this is Kepler's first law. Okay, explanation completely I have given to you. Okay, na? Tell to your friends to see this video. Okay, and that's it. Subscribe cheyandi, like button ki click cheyandi, and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Thank you. That's only.